Hello pilots and welcome back to Game 4 of Flight Academy Season 6, brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and these are the last two players to showcase for Season 6 of Flight Academy. We've got Scott on the left, and we've got the very familiar arms of myself on the right hand side. But joining me to talk over this game we have...
Hello folks, it's Ben.
Hi Ben, welcome back. Always great to have you on the channel, especially for Flight Academy as one of our actual previous winners and permanent fixtures of Flight Academy. You've played in every season so far, which we absolutely appreciate. You've won 2 of them. You're still trying to get that Triple Crown at the moment. Do you reckon this year could be the year?
Oh, I don't think so. There's some tough players and some tough lists out there. It'll be nice, but yeah, it's going to be a tough ask this time, I think.
Yeah, there's some very tough lists out there that have shown some good skills so far. Obviously, at this point, we are pretty much done with recording Flight Academy. We don't have the top cut yet, so we don't know who the winner is, but we have done 26 out of 28 round robin games, so we're going to have a look at this one. For us, it was quite a while ago. For you guys, it's very fresh, but as we said, we've got Scott on the left running his Rebels, and I'm on the right running my classic Empire. 2 very different styles of list here. Scott has an interesting list in itself. It's not one we probably would have expected for Flight Academy, to be honest.
Yeah, maximise the pilot skill, managed to get in 2 6s.
Which is very impressive. Not easily done with the no duplicate ships rule that we have in place. The rules for the format are in the description as well as the lists, by the way. But yeah, seeing Fen Rao, but in the Sheathopede, I genuinely forgotten he was in the Sheathopede until Scott sent me his list and had to reread it, like exactly what it did, because I was just like, sorry, what? I got confused by it, but
Yeah, it's a very strong ability on that little ship. It can stop you using your tokens. Has gone up in points a lot though. Fenral used to be 3 points, went up 2 points in the latest update. It's quite expensive now.
I mean, getting an I6 with what is a really powerful ability doesn't surprise me that it's gone up. 5 points, maybe a little bit much, but you do get a rear arc in there, so I suppose that does count for something. But yeah, Fen's ability, basically, when an opponent engages in your firing arcs, you can take a stress token, if you're not already stressed, and basically say, what tokens? Nope, you can't use them. So it is very powerful it's a very powerful defensive buff there that can work really well, and especially with Fen and Hera both being I6, they're hoping to get in, do as much damage as possible, and basically shut down the token spending, at least on one ship when it attacks back. So that could be quite interesting, especially for ships relying on double mods there.
Early engagement already. Obstructed shot through a rock, so loads of dice.
Yeah, range 3 obstructed.
Managed to get 2 through. Good start for Scott.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, that's the most evade dice the Reaper will ever see. So a good shot there. It looks like double tapping with the ion cannon.
Yeah, spend the focus.
Pretty good.
No
Not
ion,
enough
no.
to ion that Reaper though. If they had all gone through, that Reaper would have been ion with 2 and going over that rock.
So quickly.
But yeah. I mean, thank the Force for that rock there, otherwise that would have been a lot more damage. But Vizier goes, if you can shoot, so can I. And we do have Hunted on there as well, with Agent Callus, who has targeted that onto Hera. Not that I have a focus there to use it, but 2 shields in return. That to me, there we go. There is the extra dice you're supposed to roll. 2 shields in return. I will take that as an early exchange there.
Quite a difficult maneuver coming up next to try and avoid these rocks.
Yeah.
Is that a rock in the middle, the blue one, or is that a debris?
That's a rock in the middle, so going from top to bottom, we've got gas cloud, rock, rock, gas cloud, debris, and ooh, the finest maneuver you will ever see in a TIE Reaper, if I do say so myself, missing that rock. I am actually really happy with the position of that, and the defender just coming around that debris at the bottom corner, looking to get the best shot it can. Checking for the free target lock with the Chiss engineering that it has, rather than the free evade, because this is the Battle over Endor, Captain Yor, which I am really enjoying. It's quickly becoming one of my favourite defender pilots because the efficiency in that ship is just incredible.
Having a defender for 6 points.
Oh,
so good.
It is.
Going to see defenders fit in a lot more lists, I think.
Absolutely, and I love the defender, and I can see why they didn't want triple defenders. Obviously, in scenarios, triple defenders they're not going to be particularly good. They'll do well in certain scenarios. They are full aggression. But in this, the only scenario is kill, 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 score, score, score. So the defender should hopefully do quite well.
I wonder if Scott thought you were going to turn in to the right there.
I reckon that's what he was thinking, that I was going to try and keep guns on. It was an option, but I don't think that 2 bank would have cleared. I think it would have clipped the rock. And although I don't mind Vizier being in there because he's got a 3 dice attack, which is really good. Medium base ship that's essentially a support ship. It is a support ship. I kind of want to use it with if I can get guns on, great. If I don't, my aim is to get a target lock on a ship, in this case Hera, to try and trigger Gar Saxon, which will then help Captain Yor, has another mod. So he can basically turn a focus to a hit if I am targeting a ship that Vizier has locked, and I am at range 1 to 3 of Vizier. And then you add in Predator, no escape, target locks, focuses. I want to have as much efficiency as possible. If I point a gun at something, I want damage going at it.
We're getting very aggressive.
Oh yes, we've got the lock, we've got the boost. It doesn't look like I used the computer assisted handling, so that's a regular boost, so no actual double mod, but I will have the Gar Saxon mod there, which is a really nice little upgrade to have there. Ooh, Hera trying to get away there. I don't think she's got around enough there though, which is quite nice.
No, and no boosts on a B-Wing.
No, B-Wing can barrel roll, but definitely cannot fit a barrel roll between those 2 obstacles, so I think that Hera has kind of got herself in a little bit of an unfortunate position there. What is Ben going to do though? Because he's got Seasoned Navigator, which again is not something we see very often at all. In fact, I think it might, I don't know if it's on the banned or extended list. but after you reveal your dial, you may set your dial to another non-red maneuver of the same speed. While you execute that maneuver, increase its difficulty. Which, when you're using R4 Astromech, actually does kind of make the Sheathopede's dial pretty good. But that's an interesting one, especially with Fen wanting to try and keep the gun in place there. But that's definitely not going to be any shots for Fen or Hera there. So this is all about Captain Yor right now. Now, Hera or Fen, where do you shoot?
I think you keep going into Hera.
Yeah.
Hera's the damage piece. I think if you take out Hera, Fen's not too much of a threat.
Yeah, looks like we go range 1 into Hera, so just reading Gar Saxon. So this is my first.
Can't do any of his modifications.
Yeah, so there's Gar Saxon. Do I use the target lock? Do I save it? And big debate here.
Going for full violence.
Full violence there.
So you
Got
gotta
the
spend it.
focus, so that's 2 shields down. And there's the ion, so spending 1 charge to get that ion shot off. Let's hope for no. Oh, it's a focus, so that is hit and ion going through. That is
Ouch.
very much less than ideal for Scott there. And exactly what I wanted to definitely cause not only damage, scoring half points on Hera, but setting myself up quite nicely there. But whilst we're waiting for the dials to be flipped for the next turn, just want to remind you guys, if you do enjoy what we're doing here at Out of Arc Gaming, you can support us on Patreon. The link is in the description below. It gives you access to our Discord and early access to some of the information that we have coming up on future projects and events. So the link for that is in the description below. So just keeping the Reaper on the board there. And here come the defenders. I mean, if you're pulling out a 4 template with a defender, it's normally going to be a K. A white 4K for Captain Yor.
Be interested to see if the Sheathopede, a lot of people forget that the Sheathopede can reverse.
It also has a rear gun as well.
Yeah.
Which is
I
quite
don't
nice.
think reversing would be great in this scenario, though.
No, I don't think it's
Although
going to
it will actually get you out of the the defender's arc.
Ooh, so that's a 4K, target lock for the ship ability, computer assisted handling for the barrel roll, and a focus. All without taking a stress. That is...
The defender doesn't have any stressful actions, I believe.
So this defender does actually have the barrel roll to red evade.
Oh, okay.
I'm just re-going over. Yeah, just re-going over Fen's. His ability works in your firing arcs, so it works in both arcs, which is just rude.
Does have to stress himself though.
Yeah, does have to stress himself to do that, but he's probably, if he can stop me modding a shot, I think he's probably going to be kind of okay with that. Now it looks like Captain Yor is too far away from Vizier, so can't benefit from the Gar Saxon Vizier lock.
So if he takes a stress focus, then he shuts off his ability.
Yes. So,
Which is a bit of a tricky call to make.
yeah, do you want the mod for when you're attacking, or do you want to shut down? It looks like he wants to shut down your. And he's just double checking with Deadeye Shot.
I think you
but
have to try and protect Hera.
yeah. If Hera goes down, that's your big gun gone. And don't get me wrong, the Shuthapede's not exactly anything to turn your nose up at, but against a 3 dice evade ship in the Defender, with that speed and maneuverability, it's not the best ship to come up against. Okay, so Fen has done his thing. Captain Yor has spent a shield to trigger his range 1 on primary. This is kill time. This is going for the kill. So now counts as range 1, so I'm going to get a 4 dice unmodified shot, so I can't spend target locks or focuses.
Ooh, not bad.
Not bad hit crit. Just checking. Too far away from Gar Saxon, which isn't a token, so I could have done that. So hit crit into Hera. Hit crit going through. Scott obviously not particularly happy about that. And the crit
Correct.
is...
No.
No, weapons failure. Okay, well, it's alright. I've got another gun. Let's use the ion cannon instead. Don't get the range one with this. It does specify...
Oh, that's the B-wing down.
Sorry, Scott. You got the focus?
That B-wing has been shredded apart.
This Defender, when it can... If it gets it right and gets in a good position, is lethal. Double tapping... if at range 1, potentially putting out 5 damage if it does double tap. Now, it can only do the double tap twice, and if you're outside of range 1, to get that range 1 bonus, you do have to spend a shield. So it's a case of sometimes you have to pick your moments for that double tap. However, in this 25-minute game format, I mean, how many shots are you really going to get? And taking one ship off the board is so important. It almost makes it like, well, you may as well do that shot when you've got it. You're having to disengage just a little bit there. For me, I think the one downside with the Defender is that it's 1 hard and 2 hard are red. But I suppose it does have to have a downside somewhere. If they were white, this ship would just be...
No, that'd be bonkers.
I mean, your standard Defender would be 8 points. Like, Vader would be 10 on his own, I reckon. And yes, if they ever put a 1-point ship in the Empire faction, I may run Vader and that 1-point ship just for a giggle in Flight Academy to see how it goes. It looks like the Shuthapede's rear arc is not quite within range of his ear, but taking the opportunity to switch locks over to Fen for a later turn. Although this looks like it is likely to be the last turn. There's the ailerons. Now, those of you that don't fly the Reaper often will probably be aware of the ailerons. So when you reveal your dial, you can do a 1 boost with the Reaper and the TIE Striker. Now, the TIE Striker is you must, unless you're Duchess. The Reaper is actually a may. So if you're not stressed, you may perform the advanced ailerons move. So if you're curious as to why Vizier hasn't done it, or even Vermeil for Andy hasn't done it every turn, if they're stressed, they can't do it, and it is also a maze. They don't have to do it, and that is the errated cards that AMG have released. Oh, where's Fen going to go here?
think about season navigator?
Well, it looks like he's dialed in a hard move. It's a bit difficult to see.
Yeah, he's got a hard template in his hand.
Yeah.
Hard 2.
Well, a hard 2 bump. Yeah, it's definitely a hard 2. I can see the 2 pips on his template there.
I think that's why he's debating season navigator to avoid the bump.
What, do a 2 bank instead and get that forward arc?
No, go for it. I mean, the bump's probably not a bad thing for Scott.
Doesn't look like
if you
it bumped though.
Modify your dice.
It cleared it, and I've been a bit naughty and I jammed him, so even if he does try and get a focus, he won't get it. So Fen is going to get a parting shot at Captain Yor. But I'll tell you what, it's a bit of a shame you can't put a gunner on Fen, because veteran tail gunner could be quite funny on that thing.
Ooh,
More.
perfect.
I feel a little bit bad sometimes when like your dice have just been so hot in a game. Considering I can't mod, that's a
That's a pretty good shot.
I should have used no escape there, but 2 hits going into Fen. So it's all down to the Reaper to see if Vizier does not have arcs. So we won't see a clean sweep of the board, but a very strong showing from myself, if I do say so myself. Taking out Hera with Captain Yor really showing off that ability. But you know what? I don't think Scott flew badly. I just think it was an unfortunate series of dice rolls for him that made it very tricky for him. He did use Fen, as Fen should be used. It just didn't really pan out for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, being ioned as well was pretty brutal.
Yeah, that's not what you like to see. I mean, that's why we've got rid of Ion Cannon Turret. Obviously, Ion can be very powerful in that stage, and it left me in a really nice position to finish Hera off. So I'm not going to lie, I was okay with that. But let's have a quick look at the standings after our first round of games. So currently, joint top of the leaderboard at the moment, having got 2 kills in their game. We have Wes and Ned with 5 points. Currently in 3rd and 4th, or joint 3rd at the moment, is myself and you, Ben, having scored a win and 1 kill each. And then obviously Andy, Joss, Scott and Benji still to get off the mark. But we have plenty more games to go to see these players start scoring some big points. So Ben, thank you very much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed that game.
Yeah, thank you, Phil. It's a fun game to watch.
And guys, again, thank you all so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.